Hello students, welcome back to the class. Good morning to all of you. Last class we have discussed about powers and different kinds of power. In this class we are going to study about powers and different types of perspectives. We have nearly 4 to 5 types of perspectives. So in this topic we will discuss about the powers and different kinds of perspectives. Okay. This is about the concept of power. Already we have discussed, this is a very key concept for all the political science. Okay. Distribution of power in the political community will determine how the conflicts will be resolved. If you wanted to distribute the powers, if you are distributing the powers, then what will happen? Whatever the conflicts will be there, the conflicts completely will be resolved. Okay. If you are giving more power to adequate community, adequate power if you have given to some community, then what will happen? The constitution, the powers, the conflicts of the powers will evolve. But distribution of power is the only one solution where we can find the conflicts will be resolved. We already know during the First World War, after completing First World War, what they have did, the winning countries, what they have did, they have taken the power from the losing countries and they divided the countries into very small parts, so that this country in the future cannot able to overtake the any weak countries. Okay. So similarly, when you are dividing the power equally, then no power or no country can overtake the other country. Here also the same thing. Here mainly we are talking about power distribute in such a way that whenever the powers are distributed in such a way that the conflict should be resolved. Resolutions are nothing but effectively that should be accepted by all the people. Okay, whatever the resolutions and the law, that should be accepted by all the people. Whenever the resolutions will not accept, then also the problem will, Powers denotes that ability of person to fulfill their desire. Why the power? Every person have a desire to obtain the power, so that he can able to fulfill his desire. Okay, everybody wanted to have a power. Most of the people are hungry regarding the power. Okay, some with economic power, some wanted to be powerful in economic power, some are wanted to be political power, some wanted to have power in any other powers. So everybody wanted to have the power, so that with this power they will get an ability to satisfy their needs. Their demands can be satisfied by using the power. Okay, power is a very important thing. According definitions, when you are talking, Edward A. Skill, power is nothing but ability to influence the behavior of others in one's need. Whenever one person one person have an ability to influence the behavior, so that is called as power. Okay, next we'll go forward. Different perspective. Whenever you are saying that different perspectives of power. Perspectives means what? Your own opinion. When we are talking about any concept, what is meant by perspective? In the sense, your opinion. If you see only perspective, your mental views are called as perspective. It was already written here. Your views, your mental views are called as perspective. For example, if I say, if you think the toys will corrupt the children's mind completely will be corrupted by the toys. Okay, why? Because children will be attracted to the toys. So what is your perspective? Your perspective is a toy shop is an evil place. For example, this is just an example. Perspective means your mental views, your mental opinion, that is called as perspective. For example, if you believe that toys will corrupt the children's mind completely will be corrupted by the toys. So what is your perspective? You will feel that the toy shop is an evil place. You will believe that toy shop is a evil place. That is one point. Next we'll go forward. When we are talking about perspective, your own opinion, okay, that depends upon your own mental view. But when we are talking about, we have different type of perspective. The first perspective we will discuss about allied perspective. What is meant by allied perspective? Allied perspectives are nothing but this is a theory which is positioning that small minorities consists of men of economic allied hold powerful position. Allied perspective says that small minorities in the particular society, small minorities are holding all the power. Whenever the small minorities which are holding considerable power, that is called as allied perspective. So, these theories are saying that the small minorities which are consists of allied powers, small minorities are nothing but whose populations are less in number, that comes under minority. So, in these small minorities there are holding a considerable power, that is called as allied. Allied means powerful position, allied perspective. So, whenever in any society when small minorities are holding a considerable power, that is called as allied perspective. Okay. So, this theory states that small minorities which are consists of member of economic allied which are holding most powerful. Economic allied means powerfully they are rich peoples. So, small minorities which in terms of small minorities which are holding considerable power, that is called as allied perspective. Okay, I will go forward. This allied perspectives was mainly developed in 20th century, and this allied perspectives was mainly developed by sociologists like Pareto, Moscow and Michael. So, these are the three sociologists who have developed this perspective which is called allied perspective. Perspective, if you think about only what is meant by perspective, your mental views. Just now we have seen an example. For example, if you believe in according to your opinion, if you believe that the toys will corrupt the mind of children, then according to you the toy shop is a evil place. The toy shop is an evil place. That is your perspective, that is your thinking. But when you are talking about what is meant by allied perspective means in any particular society when a small group are holding a considerable power, then that is called as allied perspective. So, we have seen that allied perspectives are mainly developed in 20th century, and these are mainly developed by the sociologists like Pareto, Moscow, Michael. Now, we will discuss who is a Pareto. Children, he is mainly from the Italy. Okay, his full name is Vilfredo Federico Damasco Pareto. Vilfredo Federico Damasco Pareto, that is the full name of Pareto. So, what is that? He is very popular as an engineer, sociologist and economic and political science. Okay, he is very popular and okay, so that is one point. So, he is also one of the great sociologists. Next, come to the point Moscow. When you are talking about Moscow, so Moscow, when you are talking about Moscow, if you see that what he stated that allied peoples are the organized minorities and mass where large number of people comes under unorganized people. So, Moscow have stated a statement what he said that whenever allies are nothing but organized minority, a few section of people who are organized, rich peoples, a few section of people who are living in the society, they were comes under organized minorities, and mass means when large section of people comes under unorganized minorities. Pareto has stated, Pareto's mainly about Pareto I have to say that he have written the study of income distributions and analysis of individual choice. His popular work, Pareto's popular work is the study of income distributions and his theories about analysis of individual choice. So, he has stated. So, Pareto what we have studied, he is from the Italy, he is not only the sociologist, engineer, he is an economist, okay, and he is a political scientist also. So, he greatly written about few work such as study of income distributions and analysis of individual choice. On the other hand, if you see the Moscow have determined that allied are the organized minorities, and mass comes under unorganized minorities. This is one part. And Michael, these are the sociologists. Now, allied perspective regards that competence and aptitudes are mainly responsible for the divisions of society into elites and mass. Just now we have seen mass are nothing but where large number of people are living. They were unorganized society. Means a large number of section of people, they were comes under unorganized minority. Mass is called unorganized minority. Elites means few section of people who are living in a very good facilities. They comes under organized minority, who are powerful in economy. They also comes under political power, economic power, who are holding political and economic power by a few minority people, rich and powerful class. They were called as elite. So here it is saying that these allied perspectives have regarded that competence and aptitudes. What is meant by competence? Ability to do successful. Whenever if you have an ability to do something successfully, then that is called your competence in nature, will say. Competence in nature means, according to the dictionary, what is the meaning of that? Whenever if you have ability to do something successfully, that is called as competence. Aptitudes are nothing but a natural ability to do something. Whenever if you have natural ability to do something, then that is called as aptitudes. So here what we have seen, allied perspectives are mainly regards as competence and aptitudes are nature. Competence are nothing but ability to do something successfully, and aptitudes are nothing but natural ability to do something. So these competence and aptitudes are mainly responsible for division of society into elites and masses. So how the society was divided? The society are divided into two forms. Mainly thing is, some people are highly successful because they can do the work successfully. Some people are having ability to do something. Some people have natural ability, and that's why these people develops themselves, and separately an allied groups were found. And there are many masses who have no competence, okay, who have no natural ability. So they remain under unorganized mass. Okay, so this is the point. Society why it is divided into two parts? Because the people who are successful now, the people who are successful in terms of political or in terms of economy, some people are successful in business because there are competence in nature. They can do their work successfully, understanding, and that's why they are in the allied groups. Some people having natural ability, because of the natural ability they develops, and that's why they comes under elite mass. But large number of sections of the people still they are backward. This is the main thing. So allied perspectives regards that competence and aptitudes are mainly responsible for division of society into elites and mass. The society was mainly divided into two parts. One is elites and mass. Next come to the point. Allied powers, allied perspectives exercise an influence on political powers. So they greatly influence on political power. Okay, that is one point. This theory, allied perspective theory, what they believe? They believe that society are mainly divided into natural and functional. Okay, it is mainly divided for the natural and functions, and in the future they have little prospects. Little prospects means possibility of happening something. Okay, little possibility that something good might happen, that is called as little prospects. Prospects means there is a possibility, little possibility of happening something good in the future, that is called as little prospects. So this belief that divisions are, whenever the divisions labors are mainly divided, whenever the societies are mainly divided into natural and functions, then they will have little possibility of going changes in the position of the society. So that is one point. So in this we have understand that allied perspectives means mental opinion. Allied perspectives means what? Allied perspectives are nothing but a small section of minority peoples who are holding a very powerful position economically. They comes under allied perspectives. Okay, we have discussed that in 20th century there are many sociologists like Pareto, Moscow, Michael. So they have written their views. So Pareto is a sociologist, engineer, he is from the Italy, and is very popular regarding his work, income distribution, okay, study of income distribution, and also analysis of individual choice. On the other hand, if you see, Moscow also played a very important role. According to Moscow, is a sociologist. He said that society is mainly classified into two parts. One is called as elite and one is called as mass. Elites are nothing but the people which are holding a very powerful position economically. They were called as organized mass, organized minority. Sorry. Mass on the other hand, if you see that large number of people are holding unorganized minority. So this is Moscow. Allied perspectives regard that competence and aptitudes are mainly, competence means ability to do something successfully. Aptitudes are nothing but natural ability. Competence and aptitudes. In the children's, you know that in the aptitude test will be there. Aptitude test will be there for the competitive exam. So natural ability, that is. From that test in the competitive exam, they will find out what is your natural ability. So aptitudes are nothing but anybody who are having natural ability. Competence means anything who can able to do their work successfully. So they are mainly responsible for division of labor into elites and mass. Elites are nothing but the people who are holding powerful position, and mass means large number of people who are unorganized peoples. So elite peoples greatly influence on political power. They greatly exercise their influence on political power. Effects, they mainly shows their effects on political power. They believe in political power. These allied perspectives theories also believe that whenever the divisions of labor, division of society should be natural and functional, then in the future they will have little prospect of changing something in the future. Some changes will occur in the future when the society, when it is divided, when the societies are mainly classified into natural and if it is functional, then they will have little changes in the future. This is one point. So children, now we are discussing about the powers and different perspective of power. Okay, this is about the point. In the next class we will discuss about the same topic of second point. What is the second perspective? Now we have discussed about elite perspective. Okay, elite in the sense what we have discussed, elite section, a few section are the few minority peoples who are holding a powerful position, that comes under elite perspective. Okay, we will discuss you in the next class with the second perspective. Okay children, we will meet you in the next class. Thank you very much.